Nostr just fundamentally asks the question, like, what is social media again? As we're building it on our own, and the most beautiful thing to me is that like Nostr basically means ours. I'm in Costa Rica now. We speak Spanish. Nosotros. In Italy, my wife's Italian. Nostra is ours. They both mean like ours, us.
Wow.
So like we're building this thing together. It's all open source. So if you make Nostr better, every client can adopt that, and we keep going up together. If you make an algorithm I can implement it and use it. Like, it's so cool. Then when you go on to legacy social media now, you completely see it and feel it. Like, I'm on Instagram and I unfollowed everybody on Instagram because I think it's on brand as I'm, promoting people to go to another place. But then you go to your popular page or you go to do one thing and you just feel the app trying to scream for your attention at all costs, and you can't turn it off.
How did you get to know about Nostr? You were a content creator before on TikTok and Instagram, right? And then you were introduced to Nostr.
So like I said, I've been kind of pretty tuned into this whole Bitcoin signal thing for a while now, right? I happened to move down to Bitcoin jungle from where I was previously. And I got linked in with all the Bitcoiners there. Next thing you know, Bitcoin groupthink, hive mind, we shifted to Nostr. And what do you know? The first conference for Nostr was right there in my backyard. So hell yeah, I'm going to go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I don't know if you know, but like Nostr Rica happened in what, March 2020?
Oh yeah, Nostr Rica. I heard about it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was like,
I think 3 because that was the time I was on Nostr and I heard about it. Yes.
Yeah. So like, I'm not technical at all. I'm still not, but like, I see the promise. I see the idea. We've seen the sins of legacy social media over and over and over again, and it's ridiculous. And then still the vision that still kind of sells me is this idea that one identity can post on all these different platforms, but it comes back to the one. So like the idea that sold me was because I was working for Saladino and I would help him with all the socials that we had and my own socials. It takes so much effort to go to all these different platforms to post on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram. Like, sometimes you're posting the same shit, and then Twitter. And then, but you don't own any of it. And then you have to like somehow pull these followers to like an email list or like siphon them to your website or all this stuff. You don't own any of it. And then you get rugged. Like Salad's been canceled a couple times on TikTok and even Instagram. Right when I started working for him, he got canceled on Instagram because he was talking about COVID stuff. So like, the problem's been primed in my head for a long time. And, now the solutions are becoming there and they're becoming exponentially better than what it was back in the day in March 2023. And it's been so much fun to be a part of it. And now I can't stop thinking about it. I mean, it's my job full time now, but I'm so bullish and so excited for this space. And I hope, it's going to be a slow process. Like, how much of us are actually using Bitcoin for money? And it's been 16 years. And now we're, 4 years into Nostr, 2 years after the jacketing. How many people are actually communicating on Nostr? Not that many. So we got a long road ahead and a fun road. And I think we can fix social media.
And did you use the term jackening?
The jackening. Have you heard that?
No, this is the first time. When Jack started supporting Nostr, is that?
Yeah, that was the day he tweeted about it, and then there's a couple apps already working in websites, clients, and that was the first big shift, and got a lot of developer attention. It got Milian, the CEO of Primal, got his attention to start building. He was starting to build his own protocol, trying to figure out a protocol for social media and stuff before that. And then when he saw Nostr, he's like, this is it. And as we know, there's a lot of developer mindshare and excited about this thing and all the different possibilities that can come with Nostr, not just social media.
Yeah, I might go on ranting a bit here.
Go for it.
I actually sympathize with what you said. I am the content manager at 21st Capital, so I really understand what you're talking about, how difficult it is to manage all the channels. When we were arranging this interview, I have to post it on Twitter, on X now, on Telegram, and on YouTube. Every one of these takes some effort, but with Nostr, it is just one private key one public key, and you are connected to everything. Some people talk about, the abolition of username and password, but the solutions they are talking about are really scary and kind of dystopian. For example, using your uh, what is the thing in
Biometrics, Face
eyes?
ID.
Yeah. Face
Right?
ID, and the other thing that recognizes your pupil, or what does it recognize? Those things, you
Okay, I
know.
get it. Yeah.
Yeah. So instead of using username and password, use your eye or your
I
face.
mean, we all know where that's going, and it's not a pretty
Yeah,
place.
it is not. It is
No.
not. But with Nostr, you have a private key and a public key, and there can be so many of them. You can generate several of them and own all of them for different purposes yourself. I have chosen to have one. That's easier for me. But if you want to, actually, I have two, because one of them is experimental for the apps that I don't know, might crash, might leak my data, might have some problems. I don't want to share it with every one of them. I just, for one of them, I use an experimental one. And it's so easy. We are now, currently, we are live on a Zap stream, and I can easily share it at the same time from the same channel on the whole Nostr. If you are using Primal, if you are using Damus, if you are using Amethyst, if you are using any platform, you are connected to the same thing, you will see the same thing. There can be differences in the things that you see, because not all the apps can show all kinds of things, but you do not have to, you are not concerned with that. You do not have to worry about that. And that's beautiful. And you own your data. I go on Twitter, and every day I go there. Today, someone has been nominated to be hated. Today, someone has been nominated to be loved. And you see all people talking about one person that I didn't care about at all. But on Twitter, it's so, on Nostr, it's so natural. You are your own algorithm, and you curate what you see. I curate what I see by the people I choose to follow. I come there. It's so blissfully boring, and I'm saying boring with a lot of love. I just see what I want, and it is from different kind of people that I have chosen to follow, and the algorithm doesn't decide which ones to feed me and which ones will hold my eyeballs on the screen. I can blissfully choose to interact with the app, and it's really blissful. My content really gets circulated. I said that it's going to become a rant, so yeah, there you
Rant
go.
on. Let's go. There's so much there, man. Like, yeah, Nostr just fundamentally asks the question, like, what is social media again? As we're building it on our own, and the most beautiful thing to me is that, like, Nostr basically means ours. I'm in Costa Rica now. We speak Spanish. Nosotros. In Italy, my wife's
Uh-huh.
Italian. Nostra is ours. They both mean like ours, us.
Wow.
So, like, we're building this thing together. It's all open source. So if you make Nostr better, every client can adopt that, and we keep going up together. If you make an algorithm I like, I can implement it and use it. Like, it's so cool. Then when you go on to legacy social media now, you completely see it and feel it.
Yes.
Like, I'm on Instagram, and I unfollowed everybody on Instagram because I think it's on brand, as I'm promoting people to go to another place. But then you go to your popular page, or you go to do one thing, and you just feel the app trying to scream for your attention at all costs, and you can't turn it off. Instagram would be a much better tool, and maybe they'll catch on to this and be able to, like, turn off the algorithms and turn off the popular page, or like have a little bit more agency in what you see. But I go on there to, like, search somebody, and then I see the entire explore page, and then there's these, like, it's all surfing, and then there's this occasional, like, suggested reels, and these chicks with, like, tits, or, like, like, naked. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you guys trying to do to me? Like, it's disgusting. And I mean, Nostr, with all the agency it provides, it's like you can really feel that. And I think more of the world's waking up to that. So, more of the world's going to be craving that. And the other social medias as well just feel like such a game. And I try to imagine what the world would look like if all the content was flowing through Nostr, and how different it would be. I mean, now that the primary way we communicate with the world is through this thing, and consume and learn is through this thing, a rectangle, and maybe even in vertical video, that's completely changed us as humans. And it's been happened very fast. I
True.
wonder if the
True.
style and the way that we do the videos, like how much that's changed because of the social media algorithms. And a lot of these the people, like Jack will always say, and even the people on Facebook, Chamath Palapapati or whatever his name is, it's like, yeah, these things are programming us. So that's so obvious now to me. And you wonder what Nostr will fix, or if we're just going to be a bubble of Bitcoiners telling each other good morning for the next 10 years. I'm kind of fine with that as well, you know?
Yeah, I think it will catch on. I see non-Bitcoiners joining. I mean, I have to admit that it is a kind of bubble. I see so many carnivores, so many Bitcoiners there most often. But every once in a while, I see people who do not have to do it with any of this. There is this journalist who is very active. Her name starts with L and then a zero and then R. Um, for example, she's just a journalist and she has realized that this is a place to be. This is the only place that she doesn't have to play stupid games. For example, for me personally, my content, my posts, so many times on X don't get even one like. And on Nostr, I do. And I am new to Nostr. On Twitter, I've been for many years. I have deleted my account and then recreated it. How come? I mean, if you do not play by the rules of the game, you get no attention. And I was so dumb at learning the game, and I never succeeded. On Nostr, I just am, and I'm getting attention. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's so much more organic. Like it just feels like
Exactly.
humans communicating on there.
You are communicating with the others.
Like
Yeah, yeah,
social
that's
media
how
has
it
lost its
feels.
soul for sure. And you wonder what's going to happen if big players are going to come, or if we really do just love toxic algorithms, or if we're addicted. Because like, but I mean, the smart people, I mean, maybe are already here on Nostr and have figured it out, right? But look, I mean, my wife was just telling me this morning, like, I don't even want to post on Instagram anymore. That's what she said. I was like, whoa. And this comes in
Nice.
time using Nostr. It's just this feeling. It's almost hard to put it into words. But I don't know, man. I'm bullish. It's
Man, I
only going to
am
get more
this
fun.
close. I'm this close
Mhm.
to deleting my X account. And despite being the content manager, having to contact people to come on the podcast, I think I can still pull it off. Maybe I need to just be a bit cautious, do it a bit later. But I am really this close. I have pondered about it. Maybe it's coming soon. Maybe when more people are there, I can safely pull the plug on it and just be on Nostr and live a happier life. I don't like looking at the hateful stories
Yes.
promoted by, it is either so hopeful or so dystopian. There is no boring stuff. There is no mundane stuff that you would talk about with your friends. This
Yeah.
is just because that will not keep your eyeballs. But for some people, I
Yeah.
feel safer in Nostr and I want to be there. So
Isn't
that
that
is what,
crazy? Like,
yeah,
you accidentally give your eyeballs away too long at something because it's like, I mean, it's like freaking seed oils. It's like processed food. That's what I
yes,
think legacy social media is. It's completely processed food. It's designed to addict you. It's
yes,
designed to make you want more and to stay there, just like a Doritos. Like it's literally triggering these things in your brain that makes you love it. So like, I mean, as humans, like, if I was to find a pizza in the wild, of course I'm going to eat the whole pizza. It's like this evolutionary inappropriate stimuli, like all those carbs and proteins and fats in one sitting right there. It's the same with legacy social media. It's extra normal stimuli. It's not evolutionarily appropriate. We're not supposed to be exposed to this thing. Um, so like, and it's scientifically engineered to keep us there. So, so what is social media without that? I don't know.
Yeah, it is healthy food. It's natural food, I guess.
Yeah, Nostr is organic. It's grass-fed butter.
Nostr is yeah, exactly. Exactly. There you go.